I can't see us getting all these in the 2 greenhouses.
No, but we've got the polytunnel as well.
Oh, that was the other thing we were going to do this weekend.
I know. Well, never mind, because I haven't cleared all this out. I don't know what colours they are or anything, so I've just dug them up and put canna small.
I don't think we're going to know it after this. I don't think it's even worth it.
No. I'm labelling everything. You are labelling everything you dig up.
Okay, as I dig them up. But I personally, with the cannas, I think the only one that's worth labelling is the one I can never remember the name of.
Panache.
Panache.
No.
Canna panache, and these ones,
Purple ones.
these Musifolias up beside.
No, I'm going to obviously label them. What about Canna Wyoming, the big tall purple one? But it's purpley, very dark green, sort of.
Oh, what are the ones in the pots with the shield, with the spear type ones? The purple ones.
Spear type. Oh no, yeah, you mean Smoky Flame.
Yeah.
Thai Smoky Flame.
Because we need those to go exactly where they were this time.
Exactly. So you do want to label some cannas.
Now this magnificent specimen is my latest purchase. It's Magnolia Felix Jury, and it's an absolutely wonderful plant. Somebody's cut him off at the top. I'm not sure how he'll like that. Magnolias really don't like being pruned. But apparently, on a mature example of these, the flowers can get nearly 30 centimetres across. That's nearly a foot across. It's quite a sort of newish variety. But the funny thing about the magnolias is that they're not actually pollinated. They have these wonderful flowers, but they're not actually pollinated by bees. Fossil records go back to about 95 million years. But bees didn't appear until about 35 to 40 million years later. And they're actually pollinated by beetles. Now this is one of the reasons why the magnolia flowers are actually quite tough. The petals are not actually petals or sepals, they call them tepals or tepals. Most magnolias don't actually produce any nectar for bees, although some bees do pollinate them, but the bees go in mainly for the pollen. The reason I bought this particular one is because he's quite upright and we're a bit limited for sort of space here, so I wanted something that was going to go up and out at the top form a canopy, and I'm going to put him just there. So I'm hoping that he's going to sit about there and go up and fill this space here, so we'll form a sort of columns when we walk down this path. Now the main reason was not really flowers why I bought him. Now they're obviously deciduous, but it's this incredible leaves. Look at these. Now I would imagine that they get quite a bit bigger than that on a more mature specimen, but once I saw those leaves I thought, wow, I've got to have that. Now there's a magnolia with a bigger leaf than this. I can't think what it's called now. grandifolia or something, I think it's called, or grandifolia something, I can't remember what it's called. But they're a bit touchy on the temperatures. But this one is, I think it's H5, I think. So that's like -15 to -10, so that's pretty tough. But I'll put him in. I want to put him in now and see whether I get any flowers on him. Pretty much doubt whether I do, but hopefully in the spring, fingers crossed. Last year I had a bit of a problem in my pond. The heron came and removed most of the fish, and I thought I lost them all, but then we discovered some small baby fish in there and one big fish, and we've continued trying to protect them. I put some wire around some fishing wire around the pond, because herons apparently don't like that on their legs. They like to land and walk in, and they can feel that, and it puts them off. But I thought I'd make this contraption as an added safety measure, and it's somewhere for the fish to hide should a heron get into the pond, and it's a little bit of shelter for them. And also it's a double purpose, because I wanted to put some means of any wildlife falling in the pond, of them being able to get out. And I think there is one bit up one side where they can get out, but not on this side here. And it's basically an old bin and an old plant pot, and I've wired them together and drilled them. And the other purpose is to try and hide this bit of the actual pond outside, the actual side of the pond being visible. And I thought I'd put these rocks on, and it would have a sort of dual purpose. I think if I ever did a pond again, I wouldn't use one of these hard liners. This is a ready-made pond I bought cheap for about 50 quid. I think I'd go for a pond liner. I think it would be easier to keep the level around the edge. But what's happened with this is that over time the weight of the soil has pushed on the sides, and now the side of the pond isn't level, and you can see some of the plastic side has become exposed, and you wouldn't really get that, I don't think, with a liner. They've been playing round with it and swimming in it almost as soon as I put it in the pond. This is my willow, and we put it here to try and hide this fence. But the problem is, it keeps going towards the sun, and I'm going to have to try and prop this up so it's up like this, and then I'm going to cut it off, and hopefully the new shoots will come from here and spread out over the top here. But at the moment it's just flopping over. Now, its proper name is Salix acutifolia blue streak, and it has these wonderful silver stems on it when it's new, or the new shoots. So that's the reason why I want to cut it off here, so that the new shoots up here will be silver. Now what I'm going to do is whack a couple of stakes in and try and hold him back. I'm not using rope or anything, I'll use some of this jute. So it's a wide strap, and hopefully that won't damage any of the new stems. I'm just going to staple them in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut him off about here, I think. And that will be a nice little bit of blue up against the black here when I eventually repaint this black. Unfortunately, the paint tends to come off when you water. He does look a bit messy at the moment, because you can see these stakes and you can see the jute, and obviously once it's painted black, and I might blacken over the jute as well, you won't even notice that. But I'm not going to prune him now because they don't really like being pruned this time of year, because they can get knocked back a little bit by the frost. And if you want really big bright shoots, the best time to do it is late February, sort of the beginning of sort of March time, before the shoots start to emerge, and that way you'll get the brightest, the biggest and the brightest shoots and the most lush growth possible. So I'll leave it for now, and after Christmas get the old lookers out. We're never going to get this all done, are we? Because I was hoping to get all those bulbs in.
I'll tell you what you've got to do. You've got to get up early Sunday morning and get out here.